Stock and bonds are two main ways companies use funds. The stocks or the equities represent ownership in a company. People who buy stocks are called stockholders, and they receive stock certificates as proof of ownership. In contrast, bonds represent a loan made by an investor to a company. The company promises to repay the face or the par value of the bond plus interest at the specified rate in the future. So if a company goes bankrupt, bondholders are paid for stockholders. Both stockholders and bondholders are traded in the market, with their prices changing according to supply and demand. Brokers charge commission for trading. The usual par value of a bond is 1,000 pesos. So next, the dividends and preferred and common stocks. Dividends are the portion of a company's profit distributed to its stakeholders. There are two types of stocks. The first is the preferred stock, gives shareholders priority in receiving dividends and company assets. The second is the common stock. It gives shareholders voting rights and direct participation in the company's profit or loss. The par value is the monetary value assigned to each share, while no par value stocks have no assigned amount. Cumulative preferred stocks receive dividends yearly, and any unpaid dividends accumulate as dividends in arrears. Non-participating stocks receive only fixed dividends, while participating stocks may earn extra dividends if the company performs well. Convertible preferred stocks can be exchanged for common shares in the future. So we have here the formula. So the formula of the dividend per share or common is total common dividend divided by the number of shares. Next, for the total preferred dividend formula is the total preferred dividend is equal to number of shares multiplied by dividend per shares. The third one is the total common dividend is equal to total dividend minus or subtract by total preferred dividend. For the last one, dividend per share for the preferred is equal to per value multiplied by dividend rate.
This unit covers the computation for the current yield for the stocks, the price earnings ratio of a stock, the cost and proceeds, and the gain or loss of a stock. We have the first current yield for a stock. Current yield for a stock is to measure how much you have earned on a stock as compared with other investment by computing the current yield. The current yield is a way of determining the current value of a stock. The current value shows how much dividend you can get as a percentage of the current price of the stock per share. If a stock pays no dividend, there is no current yield. The current yield is computed using the formula. Current yield is equals to annual dividend per share divided by current price per share. So we have an example here. If RFS Corporation paid a dividend of 142.60 pesos per share last year, if yesterday's last price was 2,300 pesos, what is the current yield on the stock? So here is the solution. First, we must identify the given, which is the annual dividend per share is 142.60 pesos. The current price per share is 2,300 pesos. So we must use the formula, which is the current yield is equals to annual dividend per share divided by current price per share. So we must substitute, or the current yield is equals to 142.60 pesos divided by 2,300 pesos. So the answer is current yield is equals to 0.062 or 6.2%. The current yield rate per share is 6.2%. For the next is price earnings ratio of stock. So it is another thing that some people use to help them decide which stock to buy is the price-earning ratio. This ratio is found using the formula. Price-earnings ratio is equal to current price per share divided by earning per share. So we have an example here. WSS Incorporation is currently selling for 2,685 pesos per share. If the company had earnings per share of 89.50 pesos in the past year, what is the price-earnings ratio for WSS? So here is the solution. First, we must identify the given, which is the current price per share, 2,685 pesos. The earning per share is 89.50 pesos. So we just use the formula. The price-earning ratio is equals to current price per share divided by earning per share. Price-earning ratio is equals to 2,685 pesos divided by 89.50 pesos. So the answer is price-earning ratio is equals to 30 or 30. This means investors are currently willing to pay 30 times the earning for one share of WSS stock. Next, we have the cost, proceeds, and gain or loss of a stock. Proceeds are the amount of money that an investor receives after selling a stock. It is computed as the value of shares less the broker's commission. The stock broker's commission is the fee charged for assisting in the purchase or sale of shares of stock, a percent of the cost of the stock transaction. A stockbroker is a professional in the stock market trading and investment who acts as an agent in the selling and buying of stocks or other securities. The gain or loss is difference between the cost of purchasing the stock and the proceeds received when selling the stock. One more factor affecting the commission is whether the amount of shares purchased is a round lot multiple of 100 shares or an odd lot less than 100 shares. The commission rate on a round lot is generally a bit lower than an odd lot. So these are the formula that we'll be going to use. Cost of shares is equals to price per share multiplied by number of shares. Broker's commission is equals to cost of shares multiplied by commission rate. Total cost is equals to cost of shares plus broker's commission. Value of shares, price is equals to price per share multiplied by number of shares. Proceeds value of shares minus broker's commission. Gain or loss on transaction proceeds minus total cost.
Proceed to my report, which is the bond valuation. So this unit covers the discussions on the current yield of bonds. So the prices of bonds using these general methods. First is the current yield of bond. So ang current yield of bonds is computed by dividing the annual interest by the purchase price of bond. So unsa ganin nato pagkuha sa current yields? So by using this formula, which is the current yield equals the annual interest divided by the price of bond. So I have here an example on how to get the current yield. So example, what is the current yield of bond whose face value is 14,500 and pay at yearly interest of 12%. So a purchase at face value of 13,920. So for this example, we have to know the solutions when getting the price of bond is 14,500. So the current yield equals the annual interest divided by the price of bond. So our annual interest is 12% divided by the price of bond, which is 14,500. So our current yield is 12% or 0. So when the price of bond is 13,900. So same gihapon unsaon nato pagkuha sa current yield, so equals to annual interest divided the price of bond. So 0.12 interest rate divided by the face value, which is the 13,900. So ang current yield is 0.125 or the 12.5%. So remember, if bond price lower than its face value, the yield become higher. For the example number 2B, at 3,200 at 9% band P coupon quarterly and be redeemed on July 7, 2024. Find the price if the band is bought on July 7, 2020 to yield 8% compounded quarterly if the band is redeemedly at par, which is to B if the band is redeemedly at 110%. So by solving, we have the formula to get a priced band.